By the central government, Dineshwar Sharma has reached Jammu and Kashmir. He will be holding talks with various stakeholders. We're getting you live pictures right now, first pictures on Republic TV. Remember, this was a big move on the part of the Ministry of Home Affairs and the central government. They actually appointed an interlocutor to hold talks with various stakeholders. Now, that was a move that raised eyebrows because there were people saying, why didn't you do this 3 years earlier? What is the point of doing it now? Because the damage has already been done. But Dineshwar Sharma is saying that he's coming with an open mind and he will be holding talks with the civil society. He will be holding talks with those in the government, in the PDP and also in the opposition. He also said that he has an open mind when it comes to the Hurriyat, when it comes to the Jammu and Kashmir Liberation Front or the other separatists. Let's now go across to Zeenat. She's joining us live on this story. Zeenat, give us a sense of what's the itinerary on day one of these talks by Dineshwar Sharma.
Yes, absolutely. Dineshwar Sharma has just reached here to this particular location where he will be meeting the political leaders of Jammu and Kashmir, also the civil society, and also the people from the Trade Federation. That is what we are given to understand, that the whole day he is here for the 4 days. But so there has been from the Hurriyat conference and its member, the Joint Hurriyat conference has completely rejected interlocutors and have conveyed that the interlocutor is unacceptable. But we see outside the venue a lot of excitement. The activities will begin in some time, but so far he has reached to the particular location where he will be meeting the political leaders, the civil society, and also the traders. That is what we are getting to understand. He's not only the interlocutor representative of the central government, but he has been given the cabinet rank status, which completely indicates that he has a mandate to speak. It is the government who will be speaking to the people of Jammu and Kashmir. And then he has also said that he has come here with an open mind and he expects that things will be truthful, because he expects that people should not judge him by their past experiences, but he is here to work on the peace and the lasting solution.
Yeah.
And also, he has also said that he wants to put his serious efforts, and then he also said that he is looking to have a lasting peace and he wants that everybody should come forward to help in restoring peace. And he also said the people who don't want to contribute in building peace here, they are standing on the opposite side of strength, where it is more of destruction and all.
Yeah.
So we expect that. So he also said that he don't have any magic plan to change the situation overnight. But he emphasized that meeting beginning today, his efforts will be to work towards ensuring permanent peace in the state. So there had been previous activities also by the central government.
Zeenat, as we get these pictures, there's a very large contingent of media persons following his car, his security detail. But at the same time, how are these talks? How is the work of Dineshwar Sharma, this government-appointed interlocutor, any different from attempts made in the past? Even in the past, there have been reports prepared, at least 2 of them, on how to bring peace in the valley and the roadmap for the same. So how are these talks any different?
Parikshit, when we talk about these talks, obviously it is different because earlier interlocutors, whoever visited in previous past, they had no mandate. They were never given any kind of position. They were like a representatives coming up their own and then speaking to the people, and they filed the report. But this time, when the interlocutor was appointed by the government of India, he was given a cabinet rank status. That means government itself has appointed him, and they expect that the talk will be in a fruitful way. So obviously, yesterday also the Dineshwar Sharma has made it clear.
That's an important point. Zeenat, stay with us. That's right. Zeenat, you're making a very important point. But stay with us. We also have Snehesh Philip, our Deputy Editor, Strategic Affairs, joining us live right here in our Delhi studio. Snehesh, you're breaking that these talks that Dineshwar Sharma will engage in with the separatists and other stakeholders in Jammu and Kashmir, that does not in any way change the status of the NIA investigation against separatists in the terror funding case.
Absolutely, Parikshit. That is what clearly comes out. We've spoken to top government sources and they've made it very clear that the ops by the army, the continued ops the sustained ops that started in the beginning of this year, in which over 175 terrorists have been neutralized in the Kashmir Valley, will continue as per the schedule. At the same time, the NIA probe will continue. There is no chance of any letdown, is what top government sources are telling us. At the same time, they've also made it very clear that Dineshwar Sharma, who has been given a CAPSEC level rank, he's free. There's no embargo on him. There is no time limit on him. At the same time, he's free to meet anyone he desires. And that is something which needs to be underlined, because there are the Hurriyat, the separatists have come ahead and have given out an official statement, saying that they won't be talking with Dineshwar Sharma. But the government, as far as the government is concerned, he has been given a free hand to choose whom he meets and where. What we've been told is that Dineshwar Sharma is going with an open mind, and the effort is to bring peace and bring a lasting solution to this Kashmir issue that has been on for decades. I think, the government has made it very clear that they are talking it from a point of strength. The operations will continue. The NIA raids, the NIA investigations that has actually put on hold a lot of anti-national activities happening in J&K will continue. There's no chances of any letdown. Parikshit.
Yes, Dineshwar Sharma has arrived and he will begin his talks. But Snehesh, a few days back, you had the Hurriyat conference and the JKLF resisting these talks, saying that we're not going to engage with them. Keeping that in mind, how will any sort of dialogue with the other stakeholders be fruitful? If the separatists don't come to the table and agree to the peace process, then what are we heading for?
Well, that's the official stand of the separatists. That's a public stand of the separatists and the Hurriyat who've gone ahead and said that they will not be interested in talking to Dineshwar Sharma. But only time will tell whether any such talk actually takes place or not. Because, as I mentioned earlier, the government has given a completely free hand to Dineshwar Sharma, and it is up to him to choose and decide whom he talks to. And what we've been told is that if the separatists actually want to talk, the government, Dineshwar Sharma would not have any hesitation, any problem in talking to them. But what I learned from my sources is that if at all these talks take place, these talks are likely to take place away from the media glare. And it's possible that the talks with separatists might not happen in Kashmir alone, because any meeting happening in Kashmir gets leaked very easily. So it could be that if the talks actually take place, it could be at a third location and away from the media glare as well as the glare from the general public. Because when the media is there, the public is there, there's a perception that is there, there's a stand that both sides have to take, and that would mean that the talks would fail. So what our sources are telling us is primarily that if at all the talks does take place, it could take place away from the media glare, away from the public glare, probably in a third location.
Probably in a third location. And let's also go across, Snehesh, to Zeenath. If Zeenath is still with us, Zeenath, on one hand, you have this problem in Jammu and Kashmir, where there are people who feel sympathetic towards terror groups, who often take to stone pelting. You have these separatists who often derail the peace process or any kinds of the attempt by the government to reach out to the people of Jammu and Kashmir. And then you have Pakistan, which is a constant source of terror in the valley. Now, how are we going to tackle that? And will Dineshwar Sharma be also talking about the government's counter-terrorism efforts as he meets various stakeholders?
Parikshit, I tell you one thing, when we talk about the Dineshwar Sharma, we should not forget that he has already been in Valley, he has served here, he knows the things inside out, he knows about the people and their affiliation with whether the political parties or with the terror-related activities. So, obviously, his visit and also as an interlocutor will be fruitful to the government of India. Now needs to be seen, because we have been seeing wherever the state government or the local state fix that the activity is Hurriyat, that is the stakeholder. Now needs to be seen in the coming days, because he visited here for the 4 days. So needs to be seen whether he will be approaching Hurriyat or Hurriyat will approach her. Because as far as Hurriyat has completely denied meeting Dineshwar Sharma, Nasim Malik completely said that the interlocutor is unacceptable. But at the same time, when we talk about the Said Ali Shah Diwani, who has this joint leadership, Hurriyat leadership, he has said that they are not against the talks, but when it comes to the meaningful talks, they are ready to talk. But at the same time, we have been seeing the NC saying that nothing less than 1953 secondary position of Jammu and Kashmir.
Yeah, Zeenat, we'll have to leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much for getting us that update. We're getting some breaking news from the Gujarat High Court, which has sent a notice to the Election Commission of India. Over 3,550 defective VVPAT machines which failed the preliminary test. Over this, the Gujarat Congress had approached the High Court. Remember, even the AICC had approached the Supreme Court very, very recently, asking for free and fair elections and raising doubts about VVPAT machines which leave a paper trail. Let's leave it there for the moment, because we're getting some